Howdy guys, this is Dan with Danny Aquatics coming to you from the fish room. Just a quick update for the week. And here's my 330 gallon tank. And they're just doing swell. All these guys had water changes today. And I got a bunch of stuff. I usually do it on Thursdays, but I got some stuff I got to do tomorrow. So I'm going to knock them out today and be done. Let me get a close-up shot here of these guys here. These guys are gorgeous. Got my Waroos, redhead Tapajos, silver dollars. There's my blue down there in the back. My electric blue Cara. And then my torpedo barbs. I got one albino convict. And some yo-yo loaches. It's an assorted tank. Just a little mix. They're a very peaceful tank, this one here, so they're all doing really well. Alrighty, let's swing over to the big mega tank. My big tank, my 550 gallon tank. It's a DIY, and these guys are doing swell. They're so huge now. Got all my viejas, the black belts, my arowana, my Paco, and he is just massive. Got a few fire mouths in there. There's about 4 or 5 of them in there. I got one black and gray or black and white convict in there, or 2 of them actually, and they're getting along good. A few silver dollars. And I have one Jack Dempsey. He's the oldest fish of all fish that I've been keeping. And he's usually in here somewhere hiding. There he is in the back. Paco. There's my, I call him Gordo, but he's doing great. That's his corner. Everybody stays away there from him. So he's beautiful. He's gorgeous. Here he comes. I haven't fed him yet, so he's probably thinking it's time to eat. So, and he's a fatty too. Well, I call him my Gordo. And I got some Salvinis. These guys are gorgeous too. There's my Nicaraguan. These guys are just huge. Very beautiful. Very great looking fish. So let's check out the 275 African tank. These guys are doing really great also. All these had water changes this morning early, because if I wait too long, especially on the summertime like this, the water coming out of the ground, we have city water, but apparently the lines aren't buried far enough, and the water is actually still hot. So it gives it some time overnight to cool down, so I make sure I do it kind of early before it gets too hot during the day. I just walked out of the house. It's showing 111 degrees outside on my outside temperature, and it is freaking hot outside. I think a few days ago the highest it ever hit was 115 outside, and I guess it's maybe due to the humidity. I mean, they're showing only that it's supposed to only get up to like in the 90s, but apparently around here it's getting really awfully hot. But in here I got the AC going, so it's probably staying around 79 degrees here in the fish room, so it's maintaining a good temperature in here. Other than that, everybody's doing swell. And I usually run the AC really just during the daytime, and then at night I turn it off in the evening, and then in the early in the morning I'll come in here and turn it back on, kind of just to keep the tanks at a good temperature, keep their water going. Alrighty, well, all these guys are doing swell. They're growing, all my African haps, and it's just a beautiful tank. So let's check out the other tanks in the back. Oh, and sorry, before I get all the way to the back, here's my 29 gallon tank that has my tetras and my black skirts, my red eye tetras, and a few other little fish in here. And I've lost a couple of little fish in here. There were some little orange ones. They were little tetras, but they were little pot bellies. They ate like crazy, but apparently they've all disappeared slowly but surely. But then down here, actually this rack, I moved it from back there because I had to put a desk in, and I moved this back here where it originally was at one time. And so all I have this as a grow out tank. I have two what are they, mollusk sharks, and I have my yo-yo loach in there, and then I have one hap that I was able to save from the 275 when I had some females in there. There was actually two of them, and one died right away when I moved them, but they were tiny. They were about a 1/4 inch long, and this guy, he is gorgeous. So I can't wait to see what he is when he gets a little larger, but he's going to be pretty. But he's a hap, and he's a little male because he is just colored up, just really gorgeous. So he's going to grow out here until he gets about 4 or 5 inches long, and then I'll be moving him to his tank where he came from, back with his papa. His mama and all them, I moved to the 150-gallon tank. That's a mixed African cichlid tank with bamboo and stuff. So more likely, I'm not sure. I'd be lying to tell you what kind of hap this would be, but he's starting to show a little bit more color, and maybe a little later on, in about another 4 or 5 months, I'll be able to match him to something that's in there in the tank, and I'll be able to determine what he is. Alrighty, let's move on to the back. Alrighty, here's the 150-gallon mixed Abuna tank, and there's haps and a couple of female haps and peacocks in here. So this is just a mix of everything. I even have some small firemouth in here because I didn't know where else to put them. Because as you can see here, I brought this desk in here, and kind of like a little workstation. So, and just to have the room here, so I moved those out of the way and to accommodate for the desk. But all in all is well. These guys are really doing swell. And I moved the other tank that I had in here with the 20-gallon tank. I used to have this tank back here with my figure 8 puffers. Eventually they probably will be coming back here. He'll be coming back here, since I only do have just one figure 8 puffer. Water, that's what I'm trying to come up with. I couldn't remember. But it'll be back to a brackish water tank. And these guys, well, I'll either find a new home and put them in another tank. But they're doing really well too. Alrighty, let's visit these guys here. This is my convicts, the regular gray and white ones. And these guys are really doing swell. And that's a 65-gallon tank. And here's my 55-gallon tank with the albino ones. And these guys are really doing gorgeously. Really doing swell. And just, this is one of my favorite tanks in this aquarium room, because they're all white. They look clean looking and almost angelic. So these are really pretty. I love their fins. They're so pretty. There's the big dog there. He got that big nopal hump. Alrighty, well, let's check out the mega tank. There's another big tank back here, the 450-gallon. These guys are really doing swell. Mostly South American. I got my chocolate up there. I got 3 Severum, 2 turquoise and 1 gold Severum. And I've got the Geophagus finni. I got like 4 or 5 of them in here. And 2 Arus. And I got 1 true parrot, you can see back there. And Got the bala sharks. Those guys are really getting big. And I got one, I put him in there last week. I got one firemouth in here because I've got to try to find places to put these guys because there's so many of them. So, but they're all doing well. There's my chocolate. He's coloring down. Sometimes he gets really dark, real pretty. But it is getting close to feeding time. So I'm sure he's antsy and he's hungry. And there's my true parrot back there, but he's a little shy. But all in all, guys, these guys are just doing really great. These guys are so gorgeous. Alrighty, guys. Well, y'all have a wonderful and a blessed day. And we'll catch you on another video. Y'all take care. Alright, bye.